Cut it. I said cut it. Cut it. I let it run a little bit just because it's playoffs, baby. But that don't mean that we gonna let it run. Not with what we saw out there tonight. No, I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'll give you a taste, but that's it. Just because I like you. But we cutting it. This was a well-deserved cut it. He cultura. 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 However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura. Studio M-O-G-U-R-A. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my independent animated pilot. Include your name in the memo, and your name will be listed in the IMDb listing as well as given producer credit in the end credits. If you want something tangible, buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble for the hardcover. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically, my misadventures as a raver growing up, doing drugs, hanging out with my friends, doing crazy shit. Bringing it real. Check out my blog at octotaku.com. Also, my comic shop, where I sell my personal collection. If you see anything you like, let me know. Check out my TeePublic with the official He Cultura t-shirt. And all my other designs, including the very popular Lebetard Hitchcock profile. And finally, check out my Spotify playlist with my entire discography dating back to 1999 up until last year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. You can also buy all my albums and all my singles on Bandcamp at the address you see in front of you below. Okay? You might hear birds in the background because I have the birds on for the cats. They like to watch the birds, and they like to watch the birds really loud. I don't know what to tell you, but that's what. If you hear birds, that's what it is. If you hear the sound of fucking people dying, that's the heat. Drowning in their own filth and waste. That's what that was tonight. Today. It was just a 1 p.m. game on a Sunday. Us motherfuckers not want to be there. We don't play 1 p.m. games on a Sunday. We don't do this. You know what time I woke up? I woke up at 12:30. Oh shit, there's a game. You know what time the Heat woke up today? Probably at the same time at 12:30, and they were like, oh shit, there's a game. No, we don't do this time. No. I'm sorry. I think it was a disgrace. I understand that we're 1-8 and they get the early game and they did this and that. But I'm sorry, man. This is a rematch of last year. Even if we're down Butler, like we should have gotten a better time slot. I understand. But, I mean, read the room. Okay, no one's going to want to watch stupid fucking Milwaukee, Indiana. Are you going to watch Milwaukee, Indiana tonight? No, you're not. You watched this game because you wanted to see a fight break out in this game. Which it almost did. Thank you, refs. You assholes. I have never experienced a Heat season like this where the Heat have like just been absolutely killed by the refs. That first quarter, sure, they were hitting every three, like every shot that they were taking. Yeah, I understand that. But the Heat were going in there, and they were not getting any calls. There was an and one by Jovic that was just ridiculous. He got hit like 8 times, and it's just that once you saw that, you're like, okay, can we just get to the end of this game because you guys are gonna give it to them anyways. And it was nice to see DeLon Wright have a moment at the end. Maybe they'll give him some more time because he's just, I like him better. He fits this team better than Terry Rozier. And I don't like it when Terry Rozier, everyone gets enamored with Terry Rozier just because that guy makes, like, a three, and he makes like a really crazy shot. And I was like, man, you can make all the crazy shots you want, bro. Did we win the fucking game when you played? And no, we didn't. Once we started giving Terry Rozier more minutes after the All-Star break, we started losing. We haven't won a game of significance since he's really been getting minutes. We haven't won. So stop saying, oh my God, we need Terry Rozier. No, we really don't. Because Terry Rozier will come in there and he's basically going to ball hog the entire fucking game. Like, understand, if Terry Rozier comes back and you start him with this team, we ain't winning for sure because it's going to be Terry Rozier versus everyone. Because that's how Terry Rozier plays. Terry Rozier makes it about him. He doesn't fit this culture of this team. I know you want to think, oh, he's a poor man's Dwayne Wade or he's a poor man fucking Dion Waiters. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what you think. Because you're not looking at the record. You're just looking at when he makes like a really pretty shot. Oh, I got it. Or he has the one game that, oh, he makes everything. But then we fucking still lose that game. Like, we are not a team that's like a one guy and that's it. Everybody's just standing around and watch him. And that's how Terry Rozier plays. Terry Rozier doesn't belong on a team where he's got to mesh with other guys. He belongs on a team where he's clearly the best player on the team. He belongs on Charlotte. He belongs like, in on the Pistons. He belongs like, send his ass back. He should have gone to freaking the Spurs with Wembanyama and he would have been doing great over there. But here on the Heat, he is not the guy. And we're trying to force him to be the guy to make up for getting rid of Kyle Lowry. Which, you know what? I would not have gotten rid of Kyle Lowry right now. Seeing how Kyle Lowry puts the effort into it in the playoffs. Kyle Lowry's not a regular season guy. He's a playoffs guy. And we get rid of him because we want him to fucking make every fucking shot in the regular season. Get the fuck out of here. No, we don't give a fuck about the regular season. But now look at us now. Trying to count on Bam, that Bam doesn't even show up. Bam has his little, just does enough. He just does enough so that he can escape the criticism. Hero, on the other hand, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is another game where Hero comes out and he shits the bed. Another game one where he comes out and shits the bed. And he plays with nerves, man. You can tell that Hero plays tentative and he plays with nerves and he comes out like nervous that first game. He did it in the first fucking playing game. The first playing game when we were at 76ers, he was terrible. But boom, he come back home, he's great. Because he already got one of he should not have been nervous this entire game because we already had to go through 2 games, man. But but what are you gonna do when Boston makes every fucking shot? Like, what is that? Who else is doing that? Is that what it is? They're just gonna take and make every single fucking three. How come Boston all of a sudden has like the greatest 3-point shooters ever known to mankind? Like, what are we doing? Wasting our time on a man like Duncan Robinson. Why are we keeping Duncan Robinson? Why aren't we getting some of these guys from Boston? How come Boston finds this guy that they can make shots when we can count on him? And we year in and year out, we stick with the guy that we all know we cannot count on. We all know we cannot count on Duncan Robinson. We all know Duncan Robinson is not going to make the shot when you need him to make the shot. When Duncan Robinson makes a shot, it's a fucking miracle. That's why you love it so much, because you don't expect him to make the shot. When we watch Tyler Hero and he misses a shot, it's shocking to us because we've seen Hero for a while now, and we expect Hero to make the shot because he was a great 3-point shooter and he's a great mid-range guy. So when he misses shots, you know he's off. With Robinson missing shots, that's just the norm with him, man. And when he starts making shots, that's when it's like, oh, like we flip again, man. I've said it for the past 3 fucking seasons, man. On Cultura, I have said this shit, bro. I've been on Robinson. Robinson on here is public enemy number 1 every year, every fucking year. Duncan Robinson is public enemy number 1 on this podcast because he fucking never shows up. He gives you one fucking 27-point game a season. That's it. I don't want this guy here anymore, man. Put him in a package and get rid of him. Or just cut his fucking ass, man. Duncan Robinson's going to end up in Boston with all the other white three-point shooters, man. And then I bet you anything, he's going to be awesome. He's going to be great all of a sudden in Boston. You know why? Because he's just going to do one thing. Stand in the fucking corner, wait till they give you the ball. And we are putting too much on Duncan Robinson by making him try and fucking think, apparently. Because, we try and get him motivated to just go in there and if the three's not hitting, just try something else. And so when we don't, but now he's just like, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know whether to be that guy that drives or be the three-point shooter guy. And it's like, hello, man, your shit is three-point shooting always. You go for the two when, when you have to. But right now, you're not even you don't know what you want to do. You give Duncan Robinson the ball, and he literally looks like a chicken with its head cut off. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna... You don't know. He doesn't know. It's so obvious. And then his bullshit spreads to everybody else, or everybody gets the ball, and then that person all of a sudden doesn't know what the fuck to do. Like, they completely forgot how to play basketball a couple times during this game tonight. Every time we fucking went under, it was because we put Duncan Robinson in the fucking game. Get him out of here. Don't even fucking give him minutes anymore, because what is he gonna do? You're gonna put him out there and all of a sudden he's gonna make some fucking threes? I don't think so, man. Like, you tell Duncan Robinson, man, like, when you touch that ball, you take the shot. I don't give a fuck if it's full court, half court, or a bunny shot. I don't give a shit, bro. I don't want you holding on to that ball at all. If we pass it to Robinson, it's because we want him to take the shot. So do that. Don't waste time on this guy anymore. He's a waste. Duncan Robinson is a waste of fucking space out there. Might as well give his minutes to fucking to Wright, because Wright went out there and fucking killed it. Wright did what Duncan Robinson should have been doing in the first fucking half. DeLon Wright, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on. Hey, we're not holding back. I understand we're down fucking Butler, but Butler's just one fucking man, bro. And let's be real, man. Look at me in the fucking eye and tell me that even if Butler was playing, we wouldn't have been down 10 points going into the half. If Butler's playing, we're still down 10 at some point in this fucking game. The only difference is that we cut it down. Oh, we can cut it down maybe to single digits, maybe get it down back to 5. Maybe tie it back up again if Butler's in there. But the reality is we're still going down 10. Don't tell me, that we don't have the personnel. What are you talking about? What does that fucking mean, man? If my personnel goes out there and makes every fucking three like your personnel fucking did, this is what are we talking about? No, if the reality is Boston right now, they must have this is a team that's like historic, correct? As far as three-point shooting, they're better than Golden State ever was. Don't bring me fucking Steph Curry anymore. Don't bring me the Golden State Warriors as the greatest team. Don't bring me fucking Heat anymore. Bring me this fucking Boston team, because look what they're doing with the three-point shooting. And then I say to you again, why the fuck aren't we doing the same thing? Why are we wasting time with mid-range game? Why are you wasting time trying to play defense? Why are you wasting time with anything? Just shoot the fucking three at that point. Just shoot threes all game long. Just shoot the fucking three all game long. Wasting time on fucking twos. No, shoot the three and that's it. Just get the ball, go to the three, shoot it. Get the ball, go to the three and shoot it. And I don't care what happens. You're going to end up with the same fucking score at the end. This is not a game that, it's crazy to say that I feel like we could have made a little bit of noise in this game. Sure, they came out and they were super hot, but hey, we got back in it. But every time when we get back in it, there's always that moment where, okay, you got to do something here. And it's usually has to be Duncan Robinson to make a fucking shot. And that motherfucker never makes a shot. Never. We had Caleb Martin out there tonight, fucking with no legs, nothing underneath him, out there kicking like if he's fucking shooting, like if he's in fucking high school. Caleb Martin was shooting threes like if he was in a middle school, like trying to fucking go up against the varsity team. Kicking out with all his fucking might, trying to make the shot. He has no lift. Caleb Martin has been hurt. There's no doubt to me that Caleb Martin either is hurt or he's been hurt because he has not had a shot. Like, his shot has been totally gone in the last, like, month. This happens because we should have a team where we put everybody out there, man. And we typically do. We already have the most freaking lineup changes. We have the most different starting fives already. So just go deep, man. Go deep. Get everybody out there, man. Put everybody out there, man, and find the person who wants to play tonight. Should have put Brian in the fucking game, man. Should have put fucking El Otro Robinson in the game. I don't care. Put everybody in the fucking game, man. Put Swider in the fucking game. See what fucking happens, man. Because I'm tired of looking to fucking Duncan Robinson for something. I'm tired of that guy. If UE do not get rid of Duncan Robinson this offseason, heaven help us, man. Heaven help us if we don't get rid of that man. Because we need to package that motherfucker up and get anything for him. Anything. We cannot let that guy go to another fucking year where he's, a free agent and can do whatever the fuck he wants, bro. If we have him for one more year, get rid of him. Get rid of him because he's useless to us. He's really, honestly fucking useless. We don't need a guy that, like, his fucking, like, getting better is, like, 1%. Oh, every year he gets 1% fucking better. We don't need that, man. We don't need that, man. Look, Hero, when he came into the league this year, he was huge. He gained weight. He looked really good. He came up, was playing really well, and then he fucking got hurt. He got hurt with the fucking ankle. And then, like, after that, derailed everything. Then he just fucking kept on getting hurt, and now we're back to where he was. And then when he came back, after the latest injury, he actually looks smaller again. He looks like he's lost weight, and he's gone back to the size that he was last year. And that doesn't surprise me because you got, they run, they expend a lot of energy. But man, Hero went back in size to what he was before. And what are you gonna do when you miss that many fucking games? I'd rather him coming like that than coming showing up like fucking Dion Waiters fat and shit. I don't know. I don't know if this... I don't want to say that this team doesn't have enough. I hate hearing that. What do you mean? What does that mean? We're down one guy. I don't look to Terry Rozier as fucking help. Terry Rozier, to me, is not the guy. Sure, we could use Butler. But, man, how many times have we gone against this team? This team is the same guys, man. The same people. We have Butler Butler and Hero show up today. They each put up 20-something points, man. They each do something. It's a different game. We're at least in it in the last, 2 minutes of the game. We don't blow people out. We're not going to come in here and blow Boston out. We don't blow anybody out. We don't even blow the fucking Pistons out. We just want to be in the game. We just want to be within striking distance in the last 2 minutes of the game. We want to be down 4 with 2 minutes left in the game, and then that's a game that we can win. That's all we need. And that was totally plausible today. But we let them come out and do whatever the fuck they want. The refs, I don't know, bro. They were fucking paid at the beginning of the goddamn game, for sure. Because fuck, man, they didn't call anything for the Heat. Look how much, they didn't make any calls at all the whole game. You can't do this, man. You can't, fucking make the game, all season long calling fouls, and then ultimately decide, just because it's the playoffs, you're going to let them play. Because it's the playoffs. That's bullshit. Let them play during the regular fucking season. And then call the fouls in the playoffs. If you call the fouls in the regular season, by the time they get to the playoffs, they're playing really good where they don't fucking, get the calls. Because you've been calling the fouls all season long. This season has been a disaster for the fucking refs, bro. An absolute fucking disaster. Again. Another fucking year where you're like, the referees are being paid off, dude. There's something there. Every year. And it's like, I know I've been hearing that shit as a kid from my parents and elder people, everybody. I know, and in every sport, I know it. And it's ridiculous. It's the never-ending conspiracy. But bullshit, man, at this point, Now you got to start questioning that shit, bro. Especially in the NBA. The NBA is probably the one sport I would say that is most susceptible to this shit. So it's like, I don't know. Now that you got the gambling in there, I don't trust that shit anymore. You've seen way too many just bogus fucking calls. And you saw so many times, man. Guys went up to the rim and they were just getting manhandled and no call. It's already hard enough to beat the Celtics. It's already hard enough. When you have to beat the Celtics and the refs, just pack your bags. It's one of those. And right now, the way that this was the game that he had to come out and really punch them in the mouth to catch him off guard. So now you got to try to do that next game. And I don't think you're going to be able to do that next game. Because next game, they're going to be expecting that shit now. And they've already played you. They already feel like, oh, we can beat these guys. So it's either going to be us completely rolling over and letting them sweep us and us going home and us deciding next game. You'll know next game if the Heat really want to fucking go home. You'll know. And I mean, I don't want to blame them. But I do at the same time. I don't want to be I want to be like, well, it is what it is, you know, this is what you this is all their fault. This is on them. We're number 8 for a reason, man. This is them, like, ultimately deciding, you know, we don't need another guy on this team. We're good with the people that we have. This is them putting trust into Duncan Robinson when no one else in the fucking league puts trust into Duncan Robinson. This is them deciding Terry Rozier is more important to us than the playoff experience of Kyle Lowry. This is them deciding that, like, you know, we're going to have to put it on fucking Jovic and Jaime Jaquez, bro. 2 fucking rookies, basically, man. And on a playoff game against Boston, dude. It's insane. I respect Spo, man, and I respect him and all the shit he's done, but you gotta start putting his feet to the fire, man. You gotta start calling him out for, like, these stupid fucking decisions, for these stupid personnel decisions, for not going for the fucking job. Look, man, you want to fucking win in this league, you want to win the title, you gotta put together a team that's gonna fucking beat Denver, that's gonna fucking beat out somebody out west, and that's not gonna happen with any of the fucking teams anywhere in the East. I don't even think Boston. I don't even think Boston has enough to beat the fucking Denver Nuggets. Again, it's just, you know, if they hit every fucking 3, of course they'll win. So then is that the fucking strategy now? What are we waiting for? Why are we still trying to be fucking the defensive fucking 90s team? I'm so sick of that shit. It's the same way with the NFL. These fucking teams that think that they spend so much money on defense. And nobody gives a fuck on defense because at the end of the game, with 2 minutes left, you still give up the 25-yard play on 4th and fucking 4th and 24. It's 4th down and 24, and you always give up 25 fucking yards. Always. You always do. Same thing in basketball. You're always going to give it up. Very rare. I mean, I could care less about the defensive fucking play in basketball. Fuck that. Invest in guys that just are deadly from three-point. Put nothing but three-point shooters on your fucking goddamn fucking court. I don't want to see a big man. I don't want to see power. I don't want to see a point guard. I don't want to see no position. I don't give a shit about a position. All I care about is three-point shooters. Every single person on the fucking court needs to be a three-point shooter. That's what Boston's doing. Everybody can shoot the 3. Making it a 3-point contest. This is what the league did. This is what Steph Curry did. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Don't waste your time on the bullshit fucking 2s and mid-range. Don't waste your time on that shit. Just come out there and start hitting and making 3s. Start shooting 3s. Every shot. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? We're gonna lose anyways. We've already been chosen to lose. Everyone's already buried us. We're already 6 feet under. We are in the fucking afterlife. So fuck it, man. Just go out there and be experimental, man. Go out there and try whatever. Because we're not going to win with Duncan Robinson going out there to the fucking coop. We're not going to win that way. And you're never going to get this guy to just shoot the fucking ball. I've never seen a more scared player than Duncan Robinson. I've never seen somebody so tentative to shoot the fucking three. And then at the same time, get so much fucking credit for having like the fastest release in the NBA. That is bullshit. He does not have a fast release. This motherfucker needs like 10 feet of fucking space all 360 degrees around him for him to be able to take a shot. It's ridiculous. I want to say keep the core and let's just we just gotta fill the core with more core players, dude. And but we already did that at this point, man. I don't know what can you do outside of just fucking playing dirty, which they should be doing already, and they're not. They're not playing dirty. They're not going out there and really beating up. They let Boston just push them around, and like the Heat go out there and they actually want to play like a game with these guys. It's the most stupidest thing ever. It's like y'all want to really play with these guys. You don't want to go out there, really dirty it up, really muck it up. Jaylen Brown, you saw how explosive he is. Not like explosive, like oh he can make a dunk or something. Like volatile. Like push him around a little bit, and he's gonna get in your face. He's gonna want to fight you because he's stupid. Because he hates the Heat. So take advantage of that shit, bro. Get in his ear, man. Make him fucking do a flagrant. Make him get into a fight with Jaylen Brown, bro. Put somebody in there to fucking take a swing at Jaylen Brown and get him pissed off. What the fuck are we doing? Where the fuck is the UD on this team? Who the Caleb Martin? Is Caleb Martin the UD on this team? Don't bring me that shit. Don't bring me Caleb Martin as the UD on this team. It ain't Jimmy because we can't afford to lose Jimmy. That's what's missing from this team. This team does not have a UD anymore. And as much as sometimes UD pisses me off, the one thing I love about UD is that he brings the attitude. He brings the attitude and he turns it into a street fight. And we don't do that anymore. We don't know how to turn it into a street fight anymore because Jimmy's emo. And Jimmy, instead of making it a fucking street fight, he just goes into his fucking room and starts writing music. You know? This is it, man. This is how it's going to be. If we're going to get 4 more games, I appreciate it, and it's nice to watch the Heat 4 more times, but, unfortunately, you guys are going to get 4 more fucking horrible rants, and I don't want that. That's why I usually avoid coming out here and talking and having a Heat Cultura when they lose. There's no reason to have a Heat Cultura when they lose. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about how they lost for fucking 30 an hour? No. I'm already tired. I'm already bored about talking about this. We'll be here next game. Make a fucking shot. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it with that. Make a fucking shot. Because we didn't make any fucking shots in the beginning. We missed everything. It was so, pathetic and sad to watch, Hero just not be able to make anything. Nobody make anything. Everyone was just, it was sad. And so, just next time, you know what? I don't care if we lose. Please just make a shot. Don't go down 34. I'm going to tell you this. If we, in the next game, go down 34 again, if we go down 30 points again in this season, then not the first time this season that we've gone down 30. If we do it again, then you really got to consider, you know what, get rid of everybody. Give me Hero, keep Bam. Butler wants to stick around, cool, but everybody else has got to go. I'll keep Hero, I'll keep Bam, I'll keep Jaime Jaquez, and I'll keep Jovic, and that's it. Everyone else can go. Everyone else can go. Hero, Bam, Jovic, and Jaime Jaquez, and just find yourself a new fucking player to fit in there. Because Jimmy ain't going to want to do it. Jimmy ain't going to want to do it. Jimmy's not going to be, I don't know. Jimmy's not going to want to do it for the whole regular season. He's not going to want to play for the whole regular season. He's going to want to fucking take the time off and wait until we get to the playoffs to show up. And then when we get to the playoffs, oh, look at that, he gets hurt. Or we finally get to the playoffs and, he doesn't show up. Get the fuck out of here, dude. This is what happens when you wait for the playoffs. We could have had a better seeding. We could have been facing Milwaukee, who was a lot easier challenge. But you know what? You just didn't win literally 3 games. Could have won if you would have just won 3 fucking games against the shitty fucking people that you were up 20 points on. How many games this season were we up 20 on somebody? We were up big on somebody. We were up 14. We were up 15. We were up something. And we let them back in the game. You can let them back in the game, but then stop them when they're down 9. We wouldn't do that. We would let them back in the game when they were down 2. Get the fuck out of here, dude. And that to me is not even the players anymore. That's coaching. Because this is something that's been ingrained inside the Miami Heat ever since Eric Spoelstra came and took over all the way back to the big three. They would put up 20 fucking points a game and let motherfuckers win. Eric Spoelstra is someone that plays down to his level of his competition. That's why the Heat happens to the Heat all the time. So until Eric Spoelstra wakes up in the morning and decides, you know what, I'm going to stop playing down to the level of the competition. I'm going to start going out there and wanting to beat everyone's ass. Until he starts doing that and stops with this, oh, we love the competition bullshit. No, we don't love the competition. We don't love it. I'm tired of embracing competition. I'm tired of embracing the grind. I'm tired of embracing, oh, okay, we got to win by 1. We got to win by 2. Oh, we got to win like with the last shot in the game. I'm tired of that, Eric Spo. I will take Joe Mazzulla. I will take anybody else on this fucking goddamn league over you if that means that we're going to be blowing people out instead of fucking winning by 1 or 2. Because right now, you're being shown that everyone's kicking your ass right now. Everyone wants to talk that Eric Spoelstra's a good coach. Well, he was a good coach. He ain't a good coach now. Yeah, and it could change that quick in 1 year. In 1 season. Because he got beat by everybody. We still have not beaten somebody of significance. And that's why we're going to get swept. We never beat anybody after the All-Star game. Anybody. That's on Spo. When it gets to that point, oh, that's something that this motherfucker's doing, that he's demotivating everybody. He is demotivating people. He's making people, he's coming in there and he's saying some shit and everyone's like, oh, God, not this again. There's a reason why Jimmy wanted to punch Spo in the fucking face that year, bro. And that was because Spo kept on putting Duncan Robinson in the fucking game instead of Strus. And you see how tight Jimmy Butler and Strus were? There's a reason for that. Because Jimmy knew that Strus was better than fucking Duncan Robinson. So he started clamoring for Strus. And Spo was like, who the fuck are you to tell me who to put in the game? And that's when fucking Jimmy got pissed off. And he's like, dude, you're fucking ruining this. And what happened after Jimmy stepped up to Spo? Game later, he puts in fucking Strus instead over Duncan Robinson. And he started Strus after that happened. And we started winning games. And then we ended up in the Eastern Conference Final. And then what do? A year later, we make it to the finals with Strus. And then we let Strus walk and keep Duncan Robinson. Keep a man that hasn't proved nothing to us, bro. Just because he's taken the most threes in Heat history? Well, of course. It's 2024. Everybody's taking the most threes in history. If you take the most threes in Heat history, you're going to make the most threes in Heat history. This team has never been an organization that takes threes. Never. We have the greatest three-point shot ever made in NBA history. With the Ray Allen fucking shot. That's it. That's all we have in our history. We don't hit threes. We don't do that. And we're living in a world where, like, everybody's doing that. And we're still trying to, like, defend the shit. It's over with that, man. It's over with fucking Robinson. Exactly. You got to get rid of him and put someone that'll actually make the shot. I don't care how pretty it looks when he finally makes a shot after fucking 25 tries. I'd rather the guy that makes the ugly fucking shot, but you know what? He's more consistent than Duncan Robinson. There are plenty of fucking players in this league that are more consistent than Duncan Robinson. And Batum, more consistent than Duncan Robinson. I would trade right now Batum for Duncan Robinson in a heartbeat. Any of those guys on Boston? Sure. I will trade Duncan Robinson for Trae Young. Give me Trae Young. And just have Trae Young shoot fucking corner threes here in Miami. Duncan Robinson is not the guy anymore. He has 3 more chances to fucking prove to us that he belongs on this team. If he doesn't come out there in the next game and put up the 20 points that ensures us a fucking win, because remember, Duncan Robinson hits 20 fucking points and we are 13-0 this season. So why are we not literally starting Duncan Robinson? I appreciate Jaquez and Jovic. You can't start both of them. You gotta give one of those slots to Duncan Robinson. I love Jaquez, but we need Jovic's size. So sit Jaquez and start Robinson and bring Jaquez off the bench. But you have to start Robinson because Robinson's got to get the minutes. He's got to get in there and he's got to put up 20 points a game. You're not going to fucking do that with Duncan Robinson coming off the bench in the fucking third quarter. Don't get me wrong, this shit's over. I know this is over. This is all about just making the dead body look pretty. We want to have an open casket funeral. We're walking up with Don Corleone to the fucking mortician guy and be like, hey, remember that time you came and you asked for a favor? And I told you one day we will call you. Today is the day. Look at how they massacred my boy. Just do whatever you can so his mom can see him one last time. That's all we're doing. This is the equivalent of doing your taxes. Once you walk into a tax preparer's office, your taxes are done. It's already done. You just gotta put the paper. All we do is make you look pretty. So the IRS doesn't decide, you know what, we want to look in deeper. Want some more money from you. That's all we do. And that's all this team has to do. So you know what? Just don't make it look so ugly. Pero es que, you know, the Heat are addicted to ugly. Spo is addicted to ugly. Spo loves the muddy games. Spo loves the grinded out games. Spo loves the competition. He's not going to make the moves to try and get us a team that's like Boston, putting up 140, 150 points a game. We almost saw a game go to 200. Didn't we almost see a game almost go to 200 this season? What are we doing? The fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing? I don't want to say organizational revamp because we were literally in the finals last year. We make it to the playoffs. We're not that bad. But at the same time, when you put us into the collection of the teams that are actually fighting for a fucking ring, we are that bad. So you know what? I've held on to this group for as long as I could. And I say, you know what? Keep Hero, keep Bam, keep the two rookies, keep Jaquez, keep Jovic. You know, if Butler wants to stick around, cool, that's great. But at this point, we got to start looking elsewhere because we need people that'll play the regular season. I get and I got this whole new fucking tactic of just not giving a shit about the regular season and just worrying about whatever fucking spot you get in the fucking in the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Just start playing then. Like I understand that, and that's sure that worked out last year, but that's not gonna ever work out again, man. That's not a way to live. That's not a way to live, man. We gotta fight in the regular season at some point so we can get the right fucking matchup. What good is this fucking doesn't matter where we match up if we end up matching up against these fucking guys that for us at least they'll kill us. Maybe if Boston plays somebody else, the other person's a better matchup for them, and we're a better matchup for someone like Milwaukee or something, dude. But right now, we're not gonna fucking do anything if we keep doing this shit. If we come out here next year and we're like, we don't give a fuck about the regular season, we don't give a fuck about trying, we're not gonna fucking do it, whatever. Okay, we don't care. Like, just I'm not gonna stick around. What are you talking about? Why? There's too many distractions. There's too much other things to do. There's too much other things to enjoy. And to watch this team just do the same shit of like, we're gonna half-ass it until the end of the season. At that point, then I'll just tune in at the end of the season, you know? We all tune in the end. Why are you gonna tune in during the regular season for this team if the team is not gonna, if we all know this team isn't gonna play hard in the regular season? That is a coaching shit. That is a motivational thing, bro. That comes from Spo, man. That's not a player thing. That is Spo telling these guys, yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. Yeah, well, it's okay. We lost this one. Moving on. No, man. No. I don't want that. I want these guys to come out there, and I want to see a good regular season. I want to see them number 1, number 2, number 3. I don't give a shit anymore. Go out for home court advantage. I don't care if we don't do home court. If we're better on the road. I'm tired of being better on the road. I don't want to be a road team. I don't want to be rooting for the fucking Heat on the road. What shit is that? That's so stupid. It is so stupid to be this team that's like defensive, better on the road, grind it out, scores less than fucking 100 points to win the game. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't want that shit. That's not, I don't care. Because this does not equate titles. I'd be totally okay with this kind of winning if we actually won titles. When you get to the end, I'm sorry, defense does not win championships in the NBA. It does not. It does not. Hitting the fucking three-pointer wins championships in the NBA now. Defense won championships long time ago. That shit's dead. That shit is dead. That shit is dead because we all know in every sport, and we all, just like how it is in football, a perfect NFL pass will beat a perfect defensive play. Same thing in fucking NBA. A perfect shot, a perfect NBA shot will always beat a perfect NBA defense. Always. So what are we doing here? Put Duncan Robinson out there, run him until there's nothing left of him. I want Duncan Robinson's feet to be bleeding next game. I want his hands to be, like the skin on his palms to be completely gone. And just every time he throws la pelota, it's fucking covered in his blood. I want blood from Duncan Robinson next game. I want Duncan Robinson to feel pain and suffering. I want him to wake up the next day after the game and not be able to move. I don't want him to have to be able to come back to Miami. I want him to have to check into a hospital in Boston because they fucking wore his ass out. I want nothing left of Duncan Robinson. I want dust. I want to grind his ass to nothing. What good is him? What's the use of having him on this team? If Duncan Robinson does not start next game and he gets fucking benched for a rookie or for fucking Jovic, man, there's no reason to have that motherfucker on this team. There's no reason. Duncan Robinson cannot be coming off the bench. Not at this point in his career. It is disgraceful. Okay? It is fucking disgraceful. And that's all I can say because I'm not going to rag on Butler not being in there. I'm not going to rag on them hitting all these threes. I'll say, okay, yeah, they're going to hit these threes, man. This is what they've done all the fucking season long, bro. Boston's been just fucking killing it like that. What we can do is we just got to try and keep up. Try and keep up. Try and be within striking distance and then turn it on with the defense so you can get a couple turnovers, get them to be a little kind of like, oh, shit, and tighten up, and then that's where you got to hit them. But you're never going to do that if we're down 20 fucking points, bro. It's just not going to happen. And I don't want to hear that, oh, they're just too much firepower, it's too much. None of these guys would be anybody on any other team, bro. Like, I don't want to hear that, like, Pritchard, and I don't want to hear any other players that they would be good on somebody else. No, man. This is just Boston getting it, man. The same thing. It's just was like they woke up. They were awake, bro. You know what it is at Boston? These motherfuckers have been awake since 8 in la mañana. 8 in the morning, they wake up to go what? To go to church. They're all Catholic in Boston. So ya a las 8 de la mañana, they were already awake. By 10 o'clock, they already had their breakfast. They were ready to go. They were ready to play this game by fucking 11 o'clock. The Heat weren't even awake at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What time did you go to sleep last night? You didn't go to sleep last night like at fucking 10 o'clock at night like a normal person. You went to sleep last night at like fucking 5 in the morning because we were all partying, bro. We all were. We all went to the club. We saw each other at the club and said, what's up, bro? We don't operate at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. What kind of shit is that? What is this, NFL? No, it's just basketball. You call us for a pickup game at 1 p.m. in Miami, and we're going to tell you to go to hell. Hace mucho calor, bro. I'm not going to go out there in the heat. I'll show up like at 4 or 5, man. Ya cuando está calmado del sol, bro. Y se va un poquito. At that point, then I'll go out there and play, man. And that's how these guys are. Make this a 7 p.m. game and let's see what the fuck happens today. I'm curious, bro. I want to say that's part of it, man. Let me see it at 7 p.m. Let's see how we are during the week. Guarantee you they'll play a little bit better. 1 p.m. on a fucking Sunday. Get this shit out of here, man. 1 p.m. on a Sunday should have been Bucks fucking Indiana. Not fucking Heat fucking Celtics, man. This should have been the 8 p.m. game. I don't give a fuck if they got blown out 40 fucking points. Never show us some fucking respect that we were in the goddamn fucking championship game last year. Show respect to Boston that they're the fucking perennial, the one that everyone wants to see. It's a big game tonight. The big game tonight is not fucking Milwaukee, Indiana. It's not even this game of Denver and the Clippers. The big game today was the Heat Celtics. Do I mean anything else? I'm not going to watch anything else. I'm not going to watch the fucking Denver game. I'm not going to watch any other game. You tuned in for Heat Celtics. It's over. Okay, now we're going to go hang out. When you're hanging out with the family, you're going out in the garden. That's what you're doing. We'll be back here next game. Ya, enough crying, enough fun of this. Ya estoy harta de la mierda. You know, we all know this was gonna happen. We all know it's gonna be like this. So just hold on to your butts, man. This is how it is. Unless guys start making shots, unless Hero comes out, unless Hero and Bam come out. If they come out and they miss their first shot, you already know. That is such a tell. I would like to go and see how many teams win the game when they make their first shot compared to how many teams lose the game when they don't make their first shot. I want to see that. I want to see that stat. Because it's so telling for the Heat. When the Heat come out there, if the Heat make their first shot, it's going to be a good game. If the Heat come out there and they miss their first shot, just turn this shit off. Just turn it off and just go do something else. Because, you know what it's going to be. This is bullshit. That's how it is. Okay? Leaving it at that. He cultura. 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 However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura. Studio M-O-G-U-R-A. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the Cash App. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my independent animated pilot. Include your name in the memo, and it will be included in the IMDb listing as well as the end credits of either the film or the animated pilot. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon. Hardcover on Barnes & Noble online. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s and my misadventures as a raver growing up with my friends. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, as well as my blog. Check out my TeePublic shop with the official Heat Cultura t-shirt. And check out my Spotify playlist with my entire discography dating back from 1999 up until last year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. We'll be back here after the game, Game 2. I don't know what to tell you. This is just don't lose by 40. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. We're not even. I don't even want to try to win the game at this point. I just don't want to get slaughtered. I don't want to be embarrassed. If Duncan Robinson doesn't, I'm telling you, if Duncan Robinson does not start for Game 2, we got to get rid of him. He's got to be gone next year. He's not worth it. He's not a bench guy anymore. And we all agree on this. We all know this. We all got to fucking just let it go. I don't give a fuck if he's back from back injury. I don't give a fuck if they cut off fucking his arm and he's playing with one fucking arm and he's trying to grow it back. I don't give a goddamn. Why is he on this team? The man is missing an arm. Look at him. Look. That's not an arm. That's a stub. He's literally echando sangre por todo el piso. The fucking guy is like pale white because he's been bleeding out. Why is he still on this team? The big decisions are going to come after this season. And this team is going to be completely different, man. And I'm telling you, the only people right now who still have a job for me, and we talk about back from injury, Hero just came back from injury. And look how much we're putting on his ass. And he's out there, and he's just trying. And he's not getting calls. He's not getting anything. The refs do not respect Tyler Hero. The refs do not respect anybody on this team. The only person they respect is they barely respect Bam. And Bam is an Olympian and a fucking all-star, and they don't give him the calls. It's hard enough beating the Celtics. When you have to beat the Celtics, you have to beat the media, you have to beat the fucking refs, you have to beat the literal NBA. It's just not going to happen. So that's why I'm like, just muddy it up, bro. Turn this into a street fight. Start a fight with somebody. Put fucking Jamal Cain out there and tell Jamal Cain to punch fucking Jaylen Brown in the mouth. Just see what happens. You got to get somebody in there to talk shit to Jaylen Brown, to get him pissed off at you, and to get fucking technicals on his ass. You got to play dirty. You got to have to play this game dirty as fuck if you want to get past these motherfuckers. You're not going to get past these guys just playing the game of basketball. It's insane. Why would you go out there and try to play a fair game, bro? No, I don't want to play a fair game with these guys. Go out there and hurt somebody, bro. Hurt Jason Tatum. Hurt fucking Jaylen Brown. Hurt him. Look at Draymond Green, bro. We need someone like Draymond Green on this team. We need someone who's gonna come out there and not be afraid and not be like, oh my God, it's Jason Tatum. Oh wow, I like to watch him play, and become a fucking fan of Boston. We want somebody out there to hate Boston and beat their asses. So, you get a flagrant? Oh, you get a technical? You're already down 15. Who gives a shit? Oh, you get kicked out of the game? So what? Pay his fucking fine. I don't give a shit. You got the money. Do you either want to win or do you want to get embarrassed? And right now, this entire season, this team has been way too fucking comfortable with being embarrassed. How many times did we lose by 20, 30 fucking points? How many times were we down 20, 30 fucking points in this fucking season? How many times did we just get beat by people that normally we fucking compete with? How many times did we play down? You know how sad it is that the only teams we won against were like the worst of the league. That's embarrassing, man. I'm tired of being embarrassed. We're not a team that is supposed to we're supposed to be embarrassed by. We're a team that's supposed to come out there tonight and we should have won game 1. Shock the shit out of those people. Even if they fucking like were up 20 on us in the first quarter. Doesn't matter. Come out there and we steal it from them. And just Miami isn't that anymore. I don't even think we were that last year. Last year I just think we played better and everybody else just fucking just fucking took a shit. It's not going to be easy, which is why all I could tell you is, don't freak out. Just freak out.